Hey art friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Renna Starlight, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. So first we're going to get started with our eyes. So on a diagonal pointing up towards the left, let's start on the right hand side drawing in a curved line from left to right for our right eye. And then now from here we're just going to draw in a nice big arch line, closing that off on the top, bringing that down on the side. Let's move up on a diagonal now, drawing in another curved line that arches around and then up on the left. And then now from that corner, we're going to curve this line around, back down in the middle. In the center now, we're going to draw in a small oval. And then we'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. Moving up above now, let's draw in a curved line, arching that up and then down. And then we'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. And now on the side of both eyes, we're just going to draw in a small curved triangle, bringing that down. In the middle now for the nose, we're going to draw in a small arch line from left to right. And then on either side, we're going to curve this line around and then back in. Let's draw in our mouth now. So coming across, we're going to draw in a curved line for the corner of both mouths beside the eye. From the bottom of our nose, let's curve this line around and then up on both sides. Now from here in the corner, let's curve this line around, closing off the bottom of the mouth, bringing that all the way up. For the tongue in the center now, we're going to curve this line over, and then we'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. Now for the cheeks, on beside the eye, we're going to curve this line around and then in on both sides. Moving down, we're going to arch this line around and then in. And then again, moving down, we're just going to curve this line around and then in towards the center. And then we'll do the same thing on the right-hand side, curving that across, blending that in on the bottom. In the center now, on that diagonal, we're going to close off the top of the head, curving this line down towards the side. And then we'll do the same thing over on the left-hand side. In between both eyes now, we're going to draw in a small curved line from left to right. Now let's draw in our ears. So coming up towards the top for the outer layer of the ear, we're going to arch this line out. And then we'll do the same thing on the left-hand side, arching that up. From the top corner now, we're going to curve this line around and then in on both sides. Let's step further in, replicating that, curving that out. And then again from the top, we're just going to arch this line in towards the cheek. Now moving in towards the middle, we're going to curve this line out and then in on both sides. Let's move down, arching that across and then in on a diagonal. And then one more time, we're just going to arch this line in towards the side of the head. And now for the eyebrows on both sides, we're just going to draw in a curved line from left to right. Now let's draw in the pendant as we come down. So on a diagonal, let's arch this line up and down. On each side, we're going to arch this line out and then in. And then on the bottom again, we're going to close this off with another curved line from left to right. Closing off the torso, we're going to arch this line up. And then coming underneath, we're going to curve this line around and then in. Now for the pendant, on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in a curved diagonal line towards the side of the tongue. And then we'll do the same thing on the right. And then closing off the bottom, we're just going to arch this line around and then up. Now on the left-hand side for the arm, we're going to curve this line down. On the top, let's curve this line across and over. And then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. Now from here for the first finger, let's arch this line out and then in. And then for the thumb, we're going to curve this line out and then back in on the bottom. Moving across, we're going to arch this line around and then in. And then one more time, let's replicate that for the last finger. On the wrist, we're just going to draw in a curved line from top to bottom. And then for the torso, we're just going to curve this line back around and in. For the right arm, we're going to curve this line across. And then we'll do the same thing coming out on the bottom. For the first finger, we're going to curve this line up, back in. For the thumb, we're going to curve this line out, blending that in on the bottom. Then for the second finger, we're just going to curve this line around and then down. And now in the wrist, we're just going to curve this line around and then in towards the bottom. For the leg now on the inside, we're going to curve this line down from the middle. And then stepping over on the left-hand side, we will replicate that, bringing that down, ending that at roughly the same height. Closing off the foot, we're going to draw in a nice big curved line, arching that around and then up. And then we're going to draw in a curved line from left to right. For the toes, let's curve this line around and then in towards the top. And now let's draw in the right leg. So on a diagonal, we're going to bring this line out. We'll do the same thing as we move in. And then from here, we're going to curve this line around and then back up. Let's draw in another curved line from left to right. And then for the toes, we're just going to curve two more lines that come up towards the top. For the tail now, in the center, we're going to arch this line around and then down towards the foot. We'll continue to extend this underneath, arching this out on the right-hand side and then back in. And then we'll bring that down on a diagonal line in the middle. Now on the left-hand side for the tail, we're going to draw in a curved line from left to right. Let's move further down, replicating that. And now in the middle, we're going to draw in another curved line from top to bottom. And that is it. That's how you draw Renna Starlight, a fan-made smiling critter from Poppy Playtime. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.